Hello, my friends. Today is Tuesday, December 20th, 2011, and it is approximately 4:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And today's video, I'm doing it a little bit differently. This video will be in two parts, and the title of this two-part video series is Constipation 101 Tips and Tricks to Kick It in the Butt. And I'm going to attempt to break it down for you into the who, the what, and the why of constipation. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I took my meds a little while ago, so I'm a little bit goofy. And I'm going to try and squeeze in as much as I can in 10 minutes so I can get this posted on YouTube. So I apologize if I go really fast. And let's just have a lot of fun, okay? So I'm also following an outline just really quickly. So I may diverge from that and go off on a tangent. So I apologize if I do, but I'm pretty well known for that. So here we go. All right, so this is part one of the video, and in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about how the digestive system works and how our bodies become constipated. In part two of the video, I will discuss ways to deal with constipation and give you some tips and tricks I've learned over the years from tried and true experiences, both as a nurse and personally. So let's get on with part one. Okay, so who exactly gets constipation? Well, almost everyone gets constipation. I don't know of any of my friends who have never suffered from constipation. Constipation doesn't discriminate. It happens to people of all ethnicities, religions, cultures, and sexes. In fact, there is a book, not related to constipation, but related to poop, called Everybody Poops, and it's a wonderful children's book that talks about exactly what it says, how everybody poops. And my sense of humor tells me that maybe somebody should make a book called Everybody Gets Constipated. So probably not. It probably wouldn't be a good idea, but it was kind of funny. And just part of my silly sense of humor, but it's true. Everybody gets constipated, and it's even worse after certain life experiences and events like surgery or childbirth, as well as many other things. So, all right, everybody gets constipated. We resolve the who issue. So what exactly is constipation? Well, Webster's Dictionary defines constipation as abnormally delayed or infrequent passage of unusually or usually hardened feces. For those of you who don't know what feces is, it is just a fancy word for poop. And I'm just going to use the word poop, okay? So we now know who gets constipated and what constipation is, but why do we get constipated? Well, to get to this answer, I'm going to start at the beginning with digestion and work my way through until we're ready for video number 2. Okay, digestion begins with the introduction of food into our body systems and typically takes anywhere between 24 to 72 hours to complete. It's impossible to explain the entire process of digestion in a short 10-minute video, so I am giving you the Cliff's Notes version, which I am known notoriously for doing. So, when you take a bite of your food, your saliva, that's your spit inside of your mouth, starts breaking it down and making it softer so it can be swallowed and continues on its journey towards its final destination, the toilet bowl. Okay, once swallowed, the food goes down your esophagus and into your stomach, where gastric enzymes, pepsin, and other digestive enzymes begin to work to further break down the food so that the nutrients can be easily absorbed. From the stomach, it goes into the small intestine, which stimulates the production of bile from your gallbladder and pancreatic juices from your pancreas, as well as other enzymes. Peristalsis is an inch-like worm movement. Peristalsis is a tongue twister. Try and say that one fast 5 times. Anyway, peristalsis is an inchworm-like movement of the intestines. It's kind of like this, okay? And it makes the food, the waste, and the debris move through the remainder of the intestines. Once it's inside the large intestine, which includes the colon and the rectum, water and salts are absorbed from the digesting food and waste products. Eventually, once digestion process ends, waste is excreted through the anus, aka your butthole, and goes into the toilet. Hopefully everybody uses a toilet. Okay. Anyway, so in order to keep this process moving, we need to remain hydrated. Dehydration is one of the biggest causes of constipation. You should be drinking typically 8 to 10 glasses of water per day and sometimes more. So, in the description part below this video, I'm going to include some links to calculators that will help you to determine just how much water you really should be drinking each day, because in recent years, they have determined that not everybody fits into the 8 to 10 glasses of water per day range. So you can use the calculator to find out exactly how much you should drink. The calculator for me says 11 glasses. So we'll talk more about that in video number 2. But anyway, water is important for many reasons, but when it comes to poop, it's what makes your poop soft, okay? And it's what helps it to move through your intestines easily and without getting caught up and giving you problems like constipation. With decreased amounts of water, stool hardens and becomes what most have experienced at one point or another, little hard balls that go plop as they hit the water in the toilet, and that results in constipation, okay? While on the other hand, a well-hydrated body produces healthy stools that slide into the water without making much noise at all, okay? And I know that everybody who's watching this video has had a constipation, and those little tiny hard balls, the ones that are about that big, that plop into the water and the water comes up and it hits you in your butt. Anyway, let's move on, okay? If you're like me and you have had or you will be having an anterior lumbar fusion, they're going to enter in through your abdomen, and they're going to move all your intestines to the side so that they can have a clear view of your spinal column. They will also move some major arteries and veins as well. This is a big surgery. Do not let anyone tell you that it's not, because it is a major, big surgery. Now, a vascular surgeon will perform the opening and the closing of the surgery to ensure that all abdominal contents, including your intestines, your arteries, and your veins, are moved in a manner so that there's no problems, okay? Your intestines are really shy. That reminds me of like a wallflower, never wanting to be bothered. They don't like to be touched, and when they're touched or they're moved internally, they have a tendency to fall asleep and stop working. This is called a paralytic ileus. If you get a paralytic ileus post-op, you'll have no bowel sounds, no gas. You won't poop, and it's extremely painful as your gut starts to wake up and working again and getting that inchworm-like movement back, okay? Taking narcotics or opioids is another big culprit of constipation. Pain meds have a tendency to make us lethargic. They slow our body systems down and sometimes impair our ability to be active, making us unstable on our feet or woozy. Okay? Kind of like how I am right now, because I medicated a little bit ago. Anyway, immobility increases constipation. In order to have peristalsis, the wave or inchworm-like movement in the intestinal tract, you need to be active. This helps to keep your bowels active. This is why it's important to walk every single day, no matter how bad the pain is. You need to stay as active as possible. Decreased fiber intake can also increase constipation. Fiber is bulky, and it helps to bulk up the waste and push it through your intestines. Another common cause of constipation is the overuse of laxatives. Under no circumstances, I do not promote the use of laxatives ever unless your doctor prescribes it for you. Laxatives will make you go poop. However, they also make your bowels stop working on their own. And if laxatives are taken long enough, your bowels become dependent on them, just like they were a drug, okay? And eventually you won't ever be able to poop on your own. Increased iron is another huge culprit of constipation. Iron's a metal and can send a magnetic charge through your nerves and muscles, and it causes a decrease in motility, resulting in constipation. So, stress, another huge thing that can cause constipation. And there's a whole host of other things that I just don't have time to talk about in this video because I'm already at 9 minutes. So, there are many other causes of constipation. I don't have time to cover them, but you can do a Google search or whatever your favorite website is, search engine. You can search there, okay? So this is the end of part 1, and I hope that you'll check out part 2 so you can learn the tips and tricks that I've been using to combat constipation and kick it in the butt. So I will see you soon, and thank you for watching, and I hope that at least you got a good laugh out of this. So I'll see you in video number 2. Thanks. Bye.